It's the age-old retirement question we all want to know. What is the best age to claim Social Security? Here with the answer is Larry Spoth. Larry is a financial advisor and the owner of Retirement Protection Solutions. He's here every week to educate us on finance and retirement planning. So welcome back, Larry. I think at this point I'm going to be working through lunch all the way up to the day of my death.
Probably both of us.
All right, so let's talk about this. Is there an ideal age to claim Social Security?
Well, it depends. So that's a question almost everybody asks. When do I take it? Because you can start Social Security at age 62.
Right.
But for me, for example, full retirement age on Social Security is 67. Basically, if you wait, you're getting an 8% increase every year all the way up to the age 70. So it depends on your retirement income plan strategy. When are you going to take it? So here's an example. Person came in and he was thinking about age 62, so we wanted to look at all the different numbers. So at age 62, his Social Security would have been basically $1,400 a month.
Okay.
But if he waited to age 67, his income went up to $2,000 a month, and if he waited to age 70, it went up to almost $2,500 a month. So it's a big difference.
Right.
But the question really is your personal income plan, so it matters, right? So some people will wait to that age. Here's a story. I'll just do it this way because it's easier to explain. Nice couple came in. You can imagine they're age 60. They want to retire at 67.
Okay.
They knew their pension. Both of them had Social Security, and their goal income for fixed guaranteed income was $80,000.
Okay.
But between Social Security at age 67 and their pensions, their actual income was 60. So that gap of 20, what we did was we rolled some of their assets over to an indexed retirement account. We got them a 10% match, plus 6% compounded every year with no risk on the income account value.
Okay.
That made up that $20,000 difference. So now they had that base income of $80,000 they wanted, guaranteed, no ifs, ands, or buts. And then their remaining money we were able to leave outside in a tactically managed portfolio that's designed to grow better returns. We all want that, right?
Absolutely.
And less risk. So that kind of solved the problem, but full circle around to Social Security, it depends. You just have to come in and find out.
You got to come in and play with the numbers. Okay, so you were talking about the different ages of when you can retire and what suits you best. When you do retire, do you have to pay taxes on Social Security benefits?
Oh, yes. So you know the government's going to, the IRS is going to want to dip into your pocket, right?
Okay.
So think of it this way. Up to 85% of your Social Security income can be taxed. It depends on your current taxable income level. So for example, somebody making $25,000 to $34,000 a year taxable income, 50% of that Social Security will be taxed on whatever tax rate you're at.
So let's go back to the couple that you just described coming in and wanting the $80,000.
So their income level is high enough where the government says you're wealthy, and so 85% of their Social Security income is going to be taxed at their ordinary income level. No free ride.
No free ride. Wow, this is going to hurt. Okay, so we know that the national debt is at $19 trillion. Our entitlement programs are strained. We've got 10,000 baby boomers per day that are retiring, and some people are worried that Social Security will go bankrupt. So what's your take on that?
Well, it will go bankrupt, but hopefully the government will come in and bail it out as usual. But here's the takeaway. They're not going to let it go bankrupt. We're safe. People my age and above, you're going to have your Social Security. But people in that more out years, the younger people coming close to the millennials as an example, it's going to change. Your Social Security ages are going to get pushed out when you can take it. Probably the increases, remember how I said 8% increase per year to age 7? That will probably change. Probably they'll end up taxing all of your Social Security income. It's just going to change, and they have to change it, or it really would go bankrupt, but you know, we're confident that they won't let it.
So let me ask you this, going off script a little bit, what do you say to the millennials?
I say you better start planning on an alternative retirement plan.
Okay.
There'll be some Social Security for you, probably, but it's not going to be what I'm getting or what people 10 years older than me are getting. So you better start looking at alternative methods to put money into to save for your retirement. Take it on yourself. Own your own retirement, I like to say.
Yeah, absolutely. No one's going to take care of you more than you.
No, nobody cares.
All right, so Social Security is a very personal decision, as we are learning right now. It should be based on your unique circumstances, and if you need help determining what the best age and strategy is for you, we want to invite you to call Larry's office right now. He's offering to do a Social Security stress test for the first 10 callers. Now, this is free of charge, and this is a $500 value. So here's the number. Jot this down, 800-611-1952. And now, Larry, explain to me, how does this stress test work? What do we come in and say to you, and what do you say to us?
Sure. So you'll bring in all your basic information. I'll tell you to go to socialsecurity.gov, put in your PIN, create your password, and bring that document in showing what your future Social Security is projected to be. We'll take a look at that along with your other guaranteed income. Maybe you have pensions, military, could be anything, government workers. We'll look at that whole ball of wax, that whole thing. Even if you're 59 and a half, which is really the age you got to get going, we'll build that income plan and stress test it and see if it's going to get you to your goals or not.
All right, so Larry, one more question here. What do you say to people, like, for example, that are in broadcasting? No, I mean, no job is ever guaranteed, regardless of what profession you're in. But in a job situation where it's a high turnover rate, what do you do when you look at somebody that's got another 15, 20 years just to get up to like 67?
Sure. So in today's society, let's say unlike my father's, right? So he was State Department almost his whole life. That was his career, right? But nowadays, people are switching jobs in order to move up the ladder to a higher income, a better position, et cetera. So when you roll out of a job, let's say you left today and you started with another channel, God forbid, right? But what you would do is you'd have this old 401k sitting here, probably, right? So you want to take that 401k, don't roll it into the new plan your new company is offering, roll it out into an account either indexed with no market loss guarantees or that tactically managed portfolio. So somebody young like you, we wouldn't use an indexed retirement. We'd use tactically managed portfolios because of the potential higher returns and less risk. So now that bucket is growing over there. If you switched again, you do it again, you'd have another bucket. So you'd have these buckets of money growing as you move along in your career.
Well, honey, I've been looking for buckets of money for a long time.
Me too.
All right, Larry, before we let you go, we're going to put this number back up on the screen for you. It is 800-611-1952. Be one of the first 10 callers, and you'll receive the Social Security stress test free of charge. And for more information, please visit testyourinvestment.com. Thanks, Larry.
You're welcome.
All right, we have more of Let's Talk Live coming up right after the break, so stay with us.